morning, everyone. I am back again with part 2 of my latest little craft with me tutorial thingamajig. I'm going to be using book pages for this part, and I'm just going to show you quickly how I created these pages here that are great just to put in pockets, or they can even be pages in your journal, or you can even make a journal out of them. They're really gorgeous and super fun to make, and another great way to use up scraps. So I've done a mix of things on these, and we will get started. It won't be a very long video, I don't think. Depends how many I make. So we'll get on with those. Right, so I'll sit down. So as you know, when I make journals, they are always altered books, mostly, except for the ones that I make with the soft covers. This is not a particularly old book, but I really like the images, so that's why I kept that one. I won't be using those, but I might use some of these plain pages because they are quite strong. Yeah, actually I've just had an idea. I might also, if I can cut this, I usually use my little scissors to cut this. I want to keep this intact. Did I cut it all? Yes. I'll keep a couple intact as well. I won't use the ones where the images are because they're cool to put into journals. Let me see. I might make another travel journal, so that's good in a travel journal because that's Rome. Oh, look at that. Beautiful images. Really lovely. Piazza Spagna. That's great because my sister's coming and we're going to Rome, so that'll be perfect to use. Right, I'll just cut out because I might do some bigger ones of what we're going to do as well. Okay, so I don't want to cover those ones up. Let's see. Just cut a few more out. So these can be bigger ones, so we'll do one big one, but I'm cutting them out because I'll continue on when I decide to turn the video off. These, they're nice drawings, but I don't, oh yes, I got it out full, so that's good. I'll keep that aside for a journal. Okay, and then now let's just quickly say something quick here. This, for example, is 1893. I wrote down, it's quite thin, although I don't think it would be a problem because we are collaging a lot. So maybe we'll try one of these, and I'm just going to tear this out. I don't want to tear out my first page because that's where I wrote the date. Look at that beautiful old paper. We'll tear that. Well, let's use these old ones on the back. They're really yellow. Really yellow. Oh, and I like that edge. Oh, I'm going to tear out 2 of those. But this is kind of shiny paper, which I didn't often find in those really old books. That's the crying from Sunday when we had the earthquake. I'll just fold that back. My work jumper. Okay, so we'll use 2 of those. And this was another old book that I had. It's a similar type of paper. Must have been typical, similar colour too. That's the difference. Oh, it's quite textural. Let's tear a piece of that out as well. I'm not doing very good a job of that. Okay, doesn't matter. We want them to be crooked. We don't want them to be straight. This is not a particularly old book either. And why did I keep that? Oh, because I think the paper, I like the images. And also, this is good to put in when you have a bigger journal because it was a bigger book. And also, the paper is really nice and strong. So we'll have one of those. And then we'll grab, I've got some more books. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Oh, what a disaster. Watch out, Rachel. Okay, let's see here. This was not a particularly old book. I probably kept it just for the size of the pages. And as you can see, I've used it a lot. Just want to see. See that? I mean, it's lovely and it's almost an ecru colour. So maybe it was old. Let me see the images here, if there's any images. No, not that old. I think it was a children's book that I altered. Might have been the Marie Antoinette one that I sold a while ago. But anyway, there's lots of great yellowing pages in that one. That's why I kept that, I think. So Oh, I like that with the stamp on it. Can you see that? Okay, I'm mucking around. Let's get on with it. We might use, oh no, this is another super old book here. Oh, it's in English. Diseases and Injuries. Oh, I don't think we like that, do we? We don't want to know about diseases. Oh, look at the marking on those pages. I think this is quite an old one. Some nice furniture for the house. What type of book was this? Oh, it's not an English book. Oh, this was the book that I bought where they were teaching. It's an Italian book to learn English. That's what that is. We won't use that one. I mean, I've got so many. Just a minute. Oh, this one's 1866. It's got a bit of fluff on it. So I'm actually going, and this is lovely paper. Why don't we use a little bit of this? Thinking I'm terrible, but let's just tear out. It's very frail, but it will become stronger with what we're going to do. So we'll do a couple of those. Okay, that's it. So I am going, because I've got so many, I've now got two shelves in my, what do you call it, the Roscog whatever trolley. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. It's in the morning. I've got 2 levels full of empty books, and I think if I turn around on my back shelf as well, there's a few there as well. So what I really need to do is use them up. So we're going to fold them in half, like so. Let's get all different sizes, all different textures. I'll just do one of these. I won't do all of these, I think, and then we'll do a big one. So just 4. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, these need to become kind of writing pages. So I'm doing a bit more Christmas, but I also want to do these not Christmas, but I don't know what I'll do in this video. We'll just decide as I go. And then yesterday I got in such a mess again. So I found I had this wooden tray. I think my mother-in-law bought them. She wanted me to paint them because I used to paint trays when that was the first sort of creative thing I did. When I lived in Australia, but I put all my scraps in here, and I have started to use these lovely napkins that I showed you in another video. I think I showed you. So I've been using those, so they're going on, and they'll actually be good. Some of these have big designs on them, so they'll be good. And then I've got just all scraps, those words by Calico Collage that I've just been loving. And I just kept that bit there because that's good for drying when I clean up my glue. And where's my wet one? I don't want to put that in my paper. Okay, so these are all my scraps. So I'm kind of a bit more orderly. And we can get started. So the hard part is starting. So, I mean, literally, you're just gluing on bits willy-nilly. That's really what it is, willy-nilly gluing. And actually, my scraps are quite under control with all of this scrap busting that's been going on. I might pull my sleeves up. What a good idea. I hope you can hear me. Try and talk as loud as I can. I do get into relax mode. I know I say it in every video, but I do find myself getting into relax mode and the voice goes down, the voice level. So I tend to... I just love this. This is printed on that high quality paper. So when you tear it, look, there's all these, whole layer comes off. So I need to tear it that way. Let's go like this. Oh, that one's not doing too badly. And then like so. And I'm just going to put that down there. I don't want that huge bit of white. Just drop it on the floor, and just using a glue stick for this. It's glue stick all the way. There's no wet glue or anything like that. Just make sure you put a good covering on, that's all. My glue stick is pretty good actually. It's by the Giotto brand. Their colour pencils are great. And it's also indicated for fabric as well. Actually, I better get my scrap drawer out as well so I can put a little bit of that here and there. Okay, I need some cartapaglia, I think. Oh, let's just grab all of these little... So in my previous video, I did also mention that I had bought some of... That's napkin, but that's the Stamperia straw paper. And I think I'll put that one there, like that. Oh, I've got glue on my finger. So really, really great way to use up your scraps, as I mentioned before. Let's see. Yep, anything goes. And I think the thing is you don't want to think about it too much. You just want to get it all covered. So, yeah, yesterday I did a whole lot, but then I stopped because I started to be... I guess get those there. That's all I've got left of the Jessica paper. So, but really, this is a move. This is how do you say it? This is a moving forward from the Jessica paper. It's evolved. So, the inspiration is always her collage paper, but it's a little bit different because it's on book pages. But it's the same technique. So let's put some lined paper on. And I can see this is folded, but I don't care about that. I'm just going to tear it. That there. Now I'm just going to look at my my napkins in a second, because I may not need to cover up all of the writing. Because the nice thing about the napkins is they are getting a bit sticky there. They are see-through, transparent, not totally see-through, and so it's nice to see the writing under it. I'm thinking I might like this, something from here. And as I mentioned in my previous video, I am no napkin expert. Where are my scissors here? So I'm just going to take this, cut this like that. Okay, and I'm going to fussy cut around it. I do normally like the torn look, but I find these in one direction, kind of in the horizontal direction, they're hard to tear. But in the other direction, the vertical direction, they're not. I think I want to keep this whole image intact, and I'll show you what I'll do. Oh, that's only one layer. This is sometimes they come off really easily and sometimes they don't, but this one's going to come off easily. There we go, look at that. I'll keep that in case I need to dry. And I'm going to put it like that, but I still need, I see, yeah. So obviously you're not going to be able to write on all of this though if I do that, are you? Maybe I'll put it on the back, I don't know. Put that one there and have it fold. Oh yeah, I think I like it more like that. So here I'm going to put some cartapaglia if I've got some flying around. Hope my head isn't going into it. Need a bigger piece. Got anything else here? Oh, here's a bigger piece. So yeah, this paper is not as old as some of the other ones. I'm going to put that there. So it's not as brittle or delicate as some of the older ones. So some of that paper that I used in the first ones was pretty old. So sometimes down the center, I put a strip of the napkin. That reinforced the spine a little bit. The fold. It's not really a spine because it's not a book, is it? Okay, so here, to put this on, I kind of need to just glue more or less where I think it's going to go. Make sure I get plenty of glue there. And then I can go and add more afterwards. Okay. right. That's all right. And I think that's all stuck. Yes. Okay. Now, I won't stick the other side down yet. I might put something else here first. I'm not 100% about it yet. I have this lovely writing here. That could no. Let's just have a look and see what else there is. I mean, you could put something like this here, Christmas wishes. I had been putting in also some of the I quite like that. Or let's see what else I've got. Oh, a bit of this. This was, you know, when I first started, I did do a little bit of tea dyeing. So I do have some strips of tea dyed paper. There. I like that down there, so I'll put that down there. I'll come back to the other bit afterwards so we don't waste time. That there. Okay, now let's turn it over and work on the back. Now I'm not going to glue that down yet because I might like something to pop out from under it first. So for example, put that there. So just making quick decisions. Hopefully you don't regret them. So obviously the bigger the pages are, the longer it will take to cover them. Just making sure I've got glue everywhere. Don't worry about the glue you know, going beyond where the paper is, because it will dry and it won't be a problem. So that's that. And then and then also, just if you're folding something over like I am, just pop it over and check that it's how you would like it. Probably like a little bit of that. Up there, that's where it's going to go. And as you can see, just when I'm making my decisions, I just sort of move it around until I'm happy with it. And if I'm not happy with it, I just remove it. I decide not to go with it. Okay, I'm not going to put anything right under here because I like to see the writing. Okay, next, what about some old, now that is 1899. That's from that French book. I think we'll put that down, the whole thing, and just have, yes, that's cool. Just have the writing as well. Just make sure I'm getting enough glue. Now this is very frail paper, so I'll just be careful. Right. Also, having a wet one helps you not have such sticky fingers. Okay. Right. Now I think I can glue this down because I don't think I'm going to put anything else there. Don't want to have to cover up the whole thing completely. So start here, go up around over there and down like that. I think that's it. And then fill it in, colour it in. Colour it in with glue. Probably should get some of those glues that glue sticks that are colourful, but I don't know. You know, how are they powerful glues? Like, are they good ones? Because it'd be quite good to be able to see where you've put the glue. There we go, and that's done. And I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit sticky still on that side. You can see the lines through there. I don't know if it's coming up on camera. And then you can see the writing and what's underneath as well. That's what's really cool about the napkins. Just clean that off. Right. So now we go inside. Now inside there's quite a lot of blank. So the first thing I'm going to do is just try and cover up where the writing is, and then I'll decide if I feel like I need to, I might put a little bit, but I won't cover it all because it's not necessary. Okay. Right. Put that there. I'm on screen, yes, and I hope I'm recording. Yes, I'm recording. Oh my goodness, already 20 minutes. Gosh, time flies when you're having fun. Might put a little bit of this paper just to have a little bit of something on there, even though it doesn't really need too much, does it? Put that there. What about a bit of this if I take the layers off and cut all the bodgy bits off? Okay, let's see. This will go anywhere. Might not. Okay. Oh, yes, that's quite good. What I don't like is this rounded bit, so I'm just going to tear it. Which wasn't too hard, it stuck to my finger. There we go. And I might tear here as well. Don't want to tear away too much because it's already a little piece. Okay, now it's all stuck to my fingers. That's annoying. Right. Put some glue here. See how we go. Very nice. And do we have anything else that could... Let's just cut this birdie out. See how that looks. It's fun watching me fumble around with the napkins, isn't it? So now I have to make myself a journal, and I have to start thinking about, where I'm going to take my sis. This is going to be fun, because it's a little bit different to when my brother came, because he had, went all around Europe and only came here for sort of 5 days, but not 5 full days. And on the 5th day, the first day he arrived, in the afternoon, and the 5th day he left early and went to Venice. So, I mean, his trip was a bit different to what my sister's is going to be. She's going to be, I like that. I think I might just tear it along there. My sister's actually going to be based here, and then we're going to do trips and things. So I think I'm going to really enjoy that. And also she's, as I've mentioned, she's incredibly creative. So it's going to be fun. And Lulu will be at school, so we will be limited as to how far we can, travel about and do. Some days I'm taking her out of school, but She's in her last year of middle school, so she has a big exam at the end in June. So, and then she has to choose her high school. So, yeah, I can't let her miss too much, but she can miss a bit because she's pretty good at school. Okay. Right. Anyway, I think I'll move over to the other side. I can always come back to it. I can always come back and add some more. So let's just get a little bit stuck onto this page here. Here's a nice old book page. I don't think I'll keep that bit. I don't need it. And I'll just glue that there. So as you can see, there's really not a lot to it. It's fairly easy to do. I'm not really teaching you anything new. Just showing you my take on it. And just enjoying using these, as I mentioned, these napkins for the first time. Because I never worked with napkins before. Okay, I don't think I want any more. I also had, this was the inside, might scan that. That was the inside cover of a book. I really like that. I think I'll scan that before I use it. I liked the idea of the tray, but I'm having trouble finding things. Okay. Oh, I've got sticky fingers. Just let me wipe them on my... It's getting a bit gluey, this one. I might have to get a new one. So what I do with these, because these are quite strong, I'm just going to get a new one because I used that one yesterday as well. What I do with the wet ones is every so often when I find that they're not wiping as well, I'll just go and give them a rinse and wet them again. And I find you can use them, you know, maybe for 3 or 4 sessions before you have to throw them out. Probably best if I tear that, just in case I don't put anything else on here. Now, I might, they're fairly plain, these 2 pages, but the point of doing this collaging is really to create spaces where you can journal. It's not really, like, the decoration is secondary. It's really just covering up the part where the writing is. It depends what you want to use them for, whether you how much you decorate them. But I don't like things to go always in the same direction either, so that's something to consider. I don't want that colour. Maybe I'll have another one of these. So that's the same as that one. Let's see. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Let's have a look at putting a little bit of this. Because you can write on this with, obviously, a black or a dark felt tip sort of pen. Throw that out. I like that. That's going to go there. And then I think these 2 are done. Unless I decide to come back and add something else. Okay, so that's there. And then I'm going to put that. I don't like it going like that. I like it like that. So I'll put it like that. I think I pushed too hard with my glue. It's all squirting out the sides to not put so much pressure. Okay, that's that. And I don't think I have anything decorative that I want. Oh, I don't know what to do with these little flowery things in this. And I do like that, and that kind of goes with the other bird. Let's just cut this out and see what happens. Well, that's not very good cutting. Oh, I know. I did print out some more of mine and Sarah's printables because I just love using those. So they could be some of those. Oh, I like that. I think I'll add that there, or down there, or over there. No, up there. I might put it. That's wet. Now you can go directly onto the rice paper with the glue. You just hold it on one side and then pull away from your fingers. I find that's the easiest. So that's going to go up there. Might even put it so it folds, just for something different. Great. As Lulu would say, me likey. I feel like I might need something here though. So what about a bit of this? Like that. No, not liking it. Do I have any pieces? No. So where to put a piece of this? Do like that. Kind of connects the two pages so they're not so disjointed. I think I'll put that there. That way up there like that. Yeah. And also it's not too thick, this paper, so it won't interfere too much with the folding of the pages. Okay. Right. Do we need that anywhere? No. I think we're getting a little bit crazy there. So I think I'll leave that because I do feel like it needs something else, but I'm not sure what. So I'll just put that, I'll stand it up to dry. And let's just have a look at that. Oh, I do like that. See, this is what happens. So when you come back to it, you see you might have a few more scraps lying around and you think, oh, I like that up there. And then that's where you put it. Just coming into screen here. Right, just going to put this up here. I guess it kind of breaks the vertical lines, just adding something that's then horizontal. So that's one. I like that. I like the way that's turned out, because then once you start writing or putting photographs and things, it'll all come together, I think. So that's one. I was wondering, I was asked about Christmas cards. I was thinking some of these would be really nice Christmas cards. Maybe not so much this one. There was one that I had done that I thought was a really nice. That one is, I think, would be a nice Christmas card. And there was another one over there. Let me just get it and I'll show you. Where is it? Oh, here we go. This one. How nice is that? That's just with a napkin. I totally covered it to the back with the napkin and I put the Santa inside. See, I didn't do too much on that one. I really like that one. I think I'll keep that one as a reference. Why don't we do one of those ones? Not on this paper. We'll do it on this paper. I've got this one here. So let's cut out a square of that and create another one. It's really fun using these napkins. I wish my little shop had even more, like a bigger variety of them, because I pretty much got all of the ones that I liked the most for Christmas. I'm wondering, I can't remember if there were any others that weren't Christmas that I like. I don't think they had them separate. I think she didn't, because like the rice paper, she only showed me the Christmas ones, and there were lots of those. I think I'm going to go back and get some more. Don't know why. I should be winding down with Christmas now. But I'm just in Christmas mode. So that's going to go there. Yep. I think I'll put it like that. Yes. Okay, so let's get the glue. And that's easy peasy Japanesey, because you just have to glue this, all of it. Great. Okay. Just be careful gluing it, because we don't want too many wrinkles in it. Okay, that's all right. Oh, no, you see, that's no good. Right, come on, you can do it. Got a few crinkles, but you can't see them. And I think I'll add something there, and I quite like this, I think. Not that crooked. Not that long. Like so. Yes, I like that. So let's glue that down. And then we'll find some words. The words just make it. So that's that. And where are my words? Over here. Okay, something snowy. There was another snowflakes. Snowflakes are kisses from heaven, because we're in a snowy scene. Okay. Oh, I better have a sip of coffee. It's getting cold. To me, my morning, I really make a cafe latte. I choose the no froth option on my frother. It gives a little bit of froth, but not, you know, not that huge amount where you have half the mug of froth and the other bit is coffee and you don't get any milk in there. So one of my favorite things in life is waking up in the morning and having my cafe latte. And I have two. I have one when I have my breakfast and then one mid-morning. Just love it. That there. Oh, see, I just love, I don't know why. It's simple, but I like it. So what are your greatest pleasures in life? I love my morning coffee, and then I love Friday night. I always cook something yummy, and like, you know, something really hearty and tasty, and usually meat based, or chicken or something like that, and then drinking prosecco with my husband. That's the other thing that we enjoy a lot, and only have a couple of glasses, but it's still pleasurable. And we sit there, and after dinner, Lulu obviously dismisses herself, and she used to sit there. She used to sit there until a little while ago with us until we finished chatting. We could even sit there for an hour chatting. Yeah, and we sit and chat and catch up and just enjoy sipping our wine after dinner. And then the other thing we really enjoy is, you have to do that. If you come to Italy, one of the best things to do is to have an aperitivo. So basically, like, it can start at 5:36. It's, you know, obviously aperitivo is pre-dinner drinks, and so you go to the bar, and it's not like bars in Italy are not bars like in Australia or in the States or in England. A bar is where you go and have your breakfast standing up. You have your coffee standing up. I'm sure many of you have been to Italy. You stand up and you have your coffee. You don't sit down and chat over coffee. And yeah, so you go to the bar and they set up a table with all these really yummy nibbly things. So it'll be things like focaccia and focaccia and all kinds of things, and little pieces of pizza, and oliva ascolana, which are olives that have been fried, but they're filled with meat, like sort of mince meat, and all that sort of stuff, like fried vegetables. Like nobody fries as well as the Italians do. I love Italian fried vegetables and fish and stuff, and then you have your pre-dinner drinks, so you can have a spritz or a prosecco or a red wine, whatever you like, and then you have all these they're free nibbly things. It's really cool. In fact, my brothers, when they've come here, just loved it. Like my younger brother wanted to bring it back to Australia. He was just like, why don't they do that in Australia? And I'm like, I don't know, it probably cost them too much money. And also like a glass of wine here, depends what one you get. Like if you get a Franciacorta, that's a beautiful region to visit in just near Brescia. That'll cost you about €4 or €5. But if you get a regular sort of Valdobbiano Prosecco, it'll be like €3 for a glass of wine. And the free nibbly. Sometimes some places are really well known for their aperitivo, and you just don't even need to go and have dinner afterwards, because you can just fill yourself up with all their little tasty things. So that is something that's really fun. We normally go and do that with our friends from San Marino. We'll always have a Christmas aperitivo in December, so that'll be fun. I'll be taking my sister to do that, although my sister doesn't really drink wine, I don't think. No, she doesn't like wine. I know she drinks sometimes when she goes out, but not very much. So I'll have to ask her. We'll have to find something that she likes so she can enjoy the experience of it. And I am talking about wine, but obviously I don't exaggerate. If I drink a lot, I've had 3 glasses, and that might be over a really long dinner from, 7:30 until we're sitting there until 11:30, 12. And probably I only had like a drink before dinner and then 2 with dinner, and that was it, sort of thing. So that's that. I really like that. Oh, I didn't cover that bit up there. Do you think I need to do that? As if you can answer me. I asked you a question like you could answer me. I might put that there. I like that. See, look at the ridiculous teeny tiny strips of paper you end up using. And that's how, that's why we get out of control with all of our papers and things. And my fabrics, like I keep the most ridiculous bits of fabric. Ridiculous. So, and then, then you start to, if you're not using them up because you're busy doing orders or that sort of thing, you start to find that you are just overflowing with scraps and you don't know what to do about it. Now, I didn't do too much gluing on that one, so let's have a look and find some big pieces that we don't have to. That's an old piece of book page. I'll just whack that down there. See, obviously, it's the same with sewing. Obviously, the smaller pieces you collage, the longer it's going to take. If you've got some bigger pieces of, bigger bits of paper, so scrappy sort of bits of paper, you can cover up your surface much faster. So we might do that just so I can go a bit faster. Now, this is not very nice. What's written here? It said, I'm going to throw, oh no, I might use that. I might do a little one. I think I'll keep that. This is, you see, you don't throw anything out. And I keep these little bodgy bits here. So this says the malefico occulto. So it's the evil occult. So we don't like that. We'll have to put that on the other side. I think I don't even want to put that in. I'm going to take that out because that caused me anxiety. I'll put that there without that awful writing on it. Because we don't want to have any bad occults on our scrappy pieces of paper. Okay, and I'm going to put, because that's straight, we don't want too many straight lines, so we'll just put that there. So it's nice, and then I'm going to put a little piece there, and that one is done. And I think, I just keep coming back to this lovely paper here. I just love it. You might have guessed. Now this, I did actually print this on cardstock, actually. I can feel it's cardstock. Because sometimes I like to print them. I print them all on different papers. So you can use them for different things. Like you could use this as a background for a tag and then just put some old book page on the white side of it. And do I want this little piece of... I do like that, you see? Can't stop me. Sticky fingers. Get that off. Off my fingers. That is the problem with gluing. You do get sticky. No, just a minute. That's wrong side, that side. I'm going to line my straight edges up. Oh, I've gone totally off screen. You see, I'm getting too relaxed. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. Let me just wipe this. The more I get glue on my mat, the more I move my paper that I'm working on. Okay. I'm going to line up my straight edges with the straight edges here, which seems fairly obvious thing to do. And I really like that page. That page is done. My next page. Just have another sip of coffee. It's getting cold. Now my next page, I'm going to tear off those bad words. Take note. Don't want that. Okay. My next page, I might put that there. No, I'm not going to use that. Let's see what else. Oh, I know. That's what I mentioned before. I did print off some more printables. So let's have a look what I've got going on here. Not these. Look at this gorgeous one. This is going to becoming a printable. This is on my ivory just copy paper. And this is going to go in my printables as well. They are gorgeous. And these two, these are some of my super old letters, guys. 1871. I've got one of them. Oh, this is mine too. This one is, where's the date? Oh, I think it's on the other side. Oh, I think it's 53. 1853. This is one of my favorites. This one is blue, on blue paper. That's just the outside. So basically they had this piece of paper that they folded it in this certain way, and then it created like the effect of an envelope, and then they would just address it. This is 1869, and you can see the writing behind because it was quite a light paper. This is the letter here. Is it? No, it's not. Similar writing. Anyway, this is 1869. I've got the original. I'll show those when I do those kits. I haven't done those yet. And then this is another one. Look at the writing. That was folded Brescia. Super old. 1869. Oh, here's the other one. This is the other one. Yeah. V.E. Argento Genova. 1869. I've never tried to read them. I should try to read them. Anyway, yep, those will be... I'm getting distracted. These are some of Sarah's. I've just printed those out because I want to use them in my... I printed out some smaller versions of them as well because I want to use them in my planner. And I'm actually going to be doing a video of my planner because I've done a bit of work in it. I'm trying to catch up. And so I would like it... Look how divine they are. I mean, seriously. Oh, I just love them. But I thought... Oh, maybe I forgot. Oh, I forgot. I thought I had printed her other one that had the background. Well, I'll have to go into my stash. Where is it? I've got them in a folder here. Actually, I've got them in a folder here. I've separated them into... Let me just see if I've got... I want something with that's just really the lacy sort of background. I don't want too much pattern is what I'm looking for. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't want pattern. I just want it to be white or off-white. Something like this, possibly. So I'll pull this one out. This is a possibility. This one here. Something pretty like that. Just to create a little bit of texture on the background without the bulk. As we know, we like that. Oh, I like those. Should pull those out. I probably need to go ahead and print them all out again because I do slowly use them. Oh, yeah, this one. This one could be good. Let's pull that one out. That one went a little bit blue. Doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. And then I've got some that I haven't put into kits yet. And then I'm planning on putting together my Italian travels. I'm making an Italian travels digital kit as well. Depending on how much stuff I have collected, I'll have 1 or 2 kits. So let's just, I don't even need to cut this. I just need to tear it because we only want a piece of it. We don't want it all. And see how this one goes. And I like that. Put it like that. Maybe I'll put it like that. Here. There. And then what? That's the question, isn't it? And then what? Then what do you do? Okay, put those there. And what did I have on my cover? I had the blue, didn't I? Let's just grab some. I like to put a little bit of music paper as well, even though you can't write on that. A little bit of music paper is always nice. I might put that there. Yep. It's very fragile, this music paper, so it's a good place to put it so it doesn't fall apart. Right. And, oh, here's a piece of this. Maybe I would like some of that. I like it going down there. There. I think I like it there. Okay, so I'll glue that down first. Okay. Now, I did mention in the first video I might do a couple of tags with the Jessica paper, but I don't think I will because I mean literally I would grab some of the tags that I made for this project that I'm doing. Really, you've seen me do tags before. It's fairly similar. You don't have to do so much to them because you've done the Jessica paper, which is the collage paper similar to this sort of thing. I have to put some more glue under there. So I don't think I really need to show you the tags. You can tell me if you want to see some tags done like that. I'll do a video for you. How about that? So really, here we're just creating these pages. So I think that's it. I actually think I just said I think that's it, but actually no, it's not it. I'm thinking I might like a little piece of carta paglia there. And I just love the colour of this. It's this very rich, goldy sort of yellow. It's different to the brown paper bags, which I also like, but they're kind of flat. A flat sort of brown. This is very rich gold sort of colour, and I really like it. Okay, I think that's done. You see how quick they are? Okay, do you think we need to do another one or not? Probably not. Probably don't need to do another one. I've done 2. Oh, I did 2 the same. Oh no, that was the one what a ding dong. That's the one I did before. I was just looking at that one. So I did this one and this one. Okay, and then this one. And what I do is I just stand them up like that to let them dry properly. So these are wonderful additions as pages in your journal as well. Really nice. Or really nice to put in a pocket, and you could put in just really scrappy pages and make it one of the, you know, like a little journaling page, little extra journaling book. Just stitch it down the center. Maybe we'll make one more, and we might use a little bit of trim. We'll do this little one. This is that super 1863 paper. So nice. Okay, let's do that one. And what will let's choose something from, let's try and use about something like that, or that, maybe that blue one. I'm going to cut it out. I'm not sure what to do with these little flowers here. They're a bit of a mystery to me. Maybe I could kind of put them in a bunch in a corner or something, you know, like, I don't know. We'll have a look. So let's just cut this out. I'm going to go and buy some more. They had lots of Christmas ones, really a lot. I think I'm going to go, just because I like buying, to my little shop around the corner. I think I mentioned this in my last video that I haven't published yet, because I'm not going to publish it until these are all ready. So probably by the time you see these videos, the earthquake will have well and truly passed. It probably will have happened like a week ago. And so some of the things I've talked about will be a little bit out of date in that video. But anyway, I mentioned I'm preparing a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway this week. The giveaway will probably happen before you even see these videos. Depends if I get any more orders. If I don't get any more orders, I can get all of this done and up and ready to go, and then I can do my giveaway. But if I get orders, that slows me down. So I'm going to do a package. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to do a package from my shop around the corner. I don't like that. I probably like a brown one with those colours. That's what I'm going to do. I'm doing a package from around my corner shop. So it's going to have trims, napkins. It's going to be a Christmas package. Trims, napkins, and maybe a packet of these cartarizo. They're not cheap, but I think I would like to offer that to say thank you to everybody. And that's going to be the first giveaway. And then my second giveaway is going to be a journal, but it's not a Christmas journal, it's just a regular journal. So if you don't like it and you win it, you can gift it to somebody. Somebody will like it. That's pretty. I like that. So will I put that up there and put this down there? Yes. There we go. See how quick that was? Got to tell you, this Artie Maze paper is gorgeous. I do think in my last video I said that some of the papers I used were Manu designs, but instead some of them were Digital Curio, C-U-R-I-O. They have the best paper packs, in my opinion, because I love damask and script and that sort of thing, and they make the most beautiful paper packs that I just love using here, there, and everywhere. I kind of would like that there. Now, why? I do. I like that more up there. Or do I like it more down there? No, down there. Let's put it down there. So that way we finish that bit. I'm on screen. Here comes another long video, guys. Another long bloody blah video. What I'm thinking would be nice is just a little strip of music paper. Let's just see if I can get a nice piece of music. Let's have a looky. Here we go. This is that, isn't it funny how the things that you've really loved, that you've purchased, you remember where they came from. This came from Nantes. I use it sparingly. I don't know which way is the up. Oh, it's so embarrassing. I think I'll just put it like that. I like that. Do I like it there? Do I like it there? No, I think I'll put it there. Let's just put that there. Why not? Now, do we want any Christmas words? This is the million-dollar question. I mean, could these not be Christmas cards in somehow? Could they? Could they not? I don't know. Maybe, let's try Santa Claus is coming to town. And what about, I just want to try one that you put in